In this video, I will be going over lab number 5 from the Cisco CCNA lab guide that you can get for free at flackbox.com. This is lab number 5 and it's titled Cisco Router and Switch Basics. It says in this lab you'll complete a basic configuration on a switch, verify Cisco Discovery Protocol or CDP, and analyze the effects of interface speed and duplex configuration. In case you're not aware, Cisco Discovery Protocol or CDP is a way for devices to be for them to know about who they're connected to, who their neighbors are. It's like LLDP, which is Link Layer Discovery Protocol. LLDP is open. CDP is Cisco proprietary. So let's get started. Step 1: configure router name with the host name R1. We'll go to router 1. Let's pop that open. Let's get the command line. Get into privilege exec mode and then global configuration mode, and then the command for that is host name, and we'll put R1. And as soon as I hit enter, you notice right now it's host name is router, but it'll change to R1. There it goes, change to R1. That's done. Let's go to router 2. The next step is do it with router 2. Command line, enable conf t, host name is going to be R2. That's done. Configure the switch with the host name SW1. So we'll do this for the switch. Enable conf t, host name is going to be SW1. Okay, that's done. You can see it changed there. Configure the IP address on R1 according to the topology diagram. So R1, let's go ahead and go to interface, fast Ethernet, and it's 00, as you can see here. And we're going to assign an IP address of 10.10.10.1 with a subnet mask. It looks like it's a 24, so 255.255.255.0. Okay, that's done. Now we'll issue the no shut command, the no shutdown command, to bring that interface live. Now configure the IP address on R2. So we'll do the same for R2, and we'll go to interface, and I'm just partially typing the commands and then tabbing to complete. So interface, and then I FA tab. You can see how it completes it. And this is interface 00. We're going to assign the IP address of is going to be 10.10.10.2 with the subnet mask 255.255.255.0 since it's /24. All right, now give the switch the management IP address of 10.10.10.10. All right, on a switch there are tons of interfaces. You don't need to go through and configure each of the interfaces with an IP address, but you need at least one IP address to manage the switch remotely, and you do that through the virtual through the VLAN, the default VLAN, which is VLAN 1. So we're in global configuration mode. We're going to go to interface VLAN 1. That's the default VLAN, and we'll assign the IP address of 10.10.10.10. And it says it's a /24, so that's a subnet of 255.255.255.0. And let's issue the no shut command. All right, and now it's saying the switch should have connectivity to other subnets via R2, which is here. Verify the switch can ping its default gateway. Well, we can see it's down right now, so we need to bring. Oh, I don't think I issued the no shut command when I assigned the IP address. That's true. So on router 2, I forgot to issue the no shutdown command, which no shut is just short. So no shutdown, and now you can see the interface was brought up. All right, so now it's saying the switch should have connectivity to other subnets via R2. This is R2. Other subnets would be, so another network out, it's another interface. Verify the switch can ping its default gateway. So to get to other subnets, even though they're not shown here, we need to make R2 the default gateway. We'll make this interface the default gateway. So we'll go back to the switch, and we're going to hit enter, and we're going to get into drop back to global configuration mode, and then we're going to do an IP default. I'm going to tab complete gateway, and we're going to make the default gateway as 10.10.10.2 because that's this interface on the switch, and we should be able to just hit enter and that'll work. And next thing it wants to know is verify the switch can ping its default gateway. So let's go back into privilege exec mode, and let's try pinging the default gateway of 10.10.10.2. And let's see what happens. We have a successful ping. When you see the period, that's not successful, so that was probably an ARP request. But whenever you see the exclamation points, it's successful. So that's good. Excuse me. Now it's saying verify. Okay, we verified the switch can ping its default gateway. It says enter suitable description is on the interfaces connecting the devices. So let's go to R1, and we're gonna exit down to global configuration mode, or actually no, we want to stay in interface fast Ethernet 0, 0, because we want to describe that particular interface, and the command for that is description, and then we'll just type connects to SW1 to switch 1. And if you want to see that, you can we'll go back to privilege exec mode, and we'll do the show interface fast Ethernet 0, 0. And let's open this up a little bit, and here's our command show interfaces fast Ethernet 0, 0, and right here's the description, connects to switch 1. You could also do like a running config and see that, but this is a pretty quick way to do it. Okay, so we've entered a description here. We have two interfaces to add descriptions for here. So global configuration mode, interface, FA01, and we're going to give it the description of connects to router 1 on 01, yep, and drop down and then go back into interface fast Ethernet 02, and we're going to give it a description of connects to R2. Okay, so what we can do here is let's do a do show run, or a do show running configuration, because I think you can see both interfaces at once. So there we go. So interface fast Ethernet 01 connects to R1 tab, and then interface fast Ethernet 02 connects to R2, which is over here. That's done. And now let's give a description to the interface connection for R2, and we will enter description. I could type today, and you can probably hear that train in the background too. There's all kinds of noise here today. Connects to switch 1. Okay, and then we will do a do show run as another way to look at it, and you'll see right here, interface fast Ethernet 00, which is this one, connects to switch 1. All right, that's done. On switch 1, verify the speed and duplex are automatically negotiated to 100 megabits per second, full duplex on the link to R1. All right, so let's move that over, and we're going to want to look at that interface. So I'll hit Q and packet tracer to pop out of that, and we're going to exit, and we're going to do an interface fast Ethernet, and it connects to R1, this one. So fast Ethernet 01, and actually, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to show interface. What am I doing? Show, I drop down to privilege exec mode, and then show interface fast Ethernet 01. Okay, there we go. And let's open this up a little bit. And it's saying verify the speed and duplex are automatically negotiated to 100 excuse me, megabits per second full duplex. So right here it shows full duplex and 100 megabits per second, so that's good. Manually configure full duplex and fast Ethernet speed on the link to R2. Okay, so here's R2. We want to do the fast Ethernet 02. So let's go to that interface. And packet trace, you hit Q to drop out of that. And we're going to go to CompT. We're going to go to interface, fast Ethernet. And it was 02. Yep, 02. And then we want to manually configure full duplex and speed, fast Ethernet speed. Okay, so you can do duplex and then just hit the question mark and you'll see the options for that. So auto, full, or half. It wants us to do full. So you just type in full and that's done. And you notice it dropped the line down. It took the state to down, but let's finish this. And then speed, same thing. You can hit the question mark and you see what's available. So we want to do 100. All right, that's down. And then the reason that, and we'll look here, so you see the connection went down. The reason for that is when you manually configure the speed and duplex settings for an interface, you have to go over and manually configure it on the connected device as well. So if you make a change here, but you don't leave it at auto, you have to go to the other device and make the changes there as well. So let's go to R2 and do that, and it should allow us to bring the line back up. So let's hit Q, and we're in interface configuration mode. So we're gonna do duplex. It wanted full, right? Yep, full. And then we're gonna do speed 100. That's done, and you can see the lines back up. So we're going to fast forward in time to let spanning tree finish thinking. Manually configure full duplex and fast Ethernet speed on link to R2. We did that. Then we went and configured it on R2 as well, that interface, to make sure that the connection came back up. So now it's saying what version of iOS is the switch running. So to see that, let's go back to the switch. And we can just use do show version. And we'll open this up a little bit. And we're going to go up here. Here's our command, do show version. It's Cisco iOS software for 2960. And it's version right here, 12.2. Okay, so that's the version of the iOS. Now we're getting into CDP configuration. Verify the directly attached Cisco neighbors using Cisco Discovery Protocol. Okay, so we'll start on R1 and we're going to hit Q to hop out of that. And we're going to go, well, first let's make sure CDP is running. So hit show CDP and you'll see it's sending packets every 60 seconds, etc. So it's running. And it wants us to verify the neighbors. The command for that is show CDP neighbors. You just tap complete. And we'll open this up a little bit. All right, there we go. And so you issue the command show CDP neighbors, and it shows us that switch 1 is connected out fast Ethernet 00. It's a 2960 switch, and it's connecting back to this router on its interface 01. So we've confirmed that. We're here, verify the directly. Okay, so we need to do that to all of them. So let's go back here in the switch. We're going to show CDP to make sure it's running. Yes, it is. We're going to issue the show CDP neighbor command, and we should see 2 devices. So we see R1 out FA01, and we see R2, which is over here, and that's fast Ethernet 02. That's correct. They're both 2800 routers. Okay. That's done. Oh, and we got to do it with R2. So R2, hit in, make sure CDP is running. It is. Show CDP neighbors, hit enter, and it's showing switch 1 is connected. Okay, that's done. All right, so we verified the directly attached Cisco neighbors. Now we want to prevent router 1 from discovering information about switch 1 via CDP. Okay, so you can do this for CDP. You can either globally turn it off in global configuration mode, or you can turn it off for a specific interface. And it's saying, since it's saying prevent R1, it wants us, that means we need to turn it off for a specific interface. So to do that, we're going to go into global configuration mode by hitting Conf T. And then we're going to go into interface, fast Ethernet, and that was 01. That points to router 1. Yeah, that's right. And then we're going to type in the command no CDP enable. So that should turn it off for that specific interface, but leave it on for the rest of the device. Verify, okay, prevent R1, so that should have worked. But if you do, like, let's go back to privilege exec mode, and if you do show CDP neighbors, actually we need to do it from router 1, and show CDP neighbors, you're still going to see the switch is there listed, because we have to clear that. We have to clear the cache or the table or wherever it keeps it. I'm not exactly sure. To do that, I think at the router, we can just type no CDP. No, we have to be in global configuration mode for that. So Conf T for global configuration mode, no CDP run, which will turn it off. And then we want to turn it back on, which should flush the, CDP run. There we go. And now end, and then let's look at the show CDP neighbors. And now the switch is no longer available in the list. It's gone. So we prevented R1 from discovering information about switch 1 via CDP. We flushed the CDP cache on R1 by entering the no CDP run, then CDP run. And it says verify that R1 cannot see switch 1 via CDP. We did that with the show CDP neighbors command. So let's move on to switch troubleshooting. It says verify the status of the switch port connected to R2 with the show IP interface brief command. It should show status and protocol up. Okay, so let's do that. And we're going to do the show IP interface brief command, and R2 is connected via F02. So here, let's open this up a little bit. Okay, so fast Ethernet 02 is indeed up and up. Okay. Shut down the interface connected to R2 and issue show IP interface brief command again. The status and protocol should show administratively down and down. All right, so we need to shut down 02, interface 02 on the switch. We'll hit Q in packet tracer, and we're going to go to Conf T for global configuration mode, and then we need to go into interface fast Ethernet, and that was 02. Yes, 02. And then you just issue the shutdown command. You can either type shut or shut down, it doesn't matter. And you'll see it change the state to down. And let's do a show IP interface brief, and it is showing fast Ethernet 02 is down and down, and that's what it was asking or telling us. Yes. All right, so it says bring the interface up again, verify speed and duplex settings. So let's bring 02 back up, and we'll hit Q, and we can use the up arrow a couple times, and we'll go Control A to jump to the beginning here from the end. So we're right here now. Control A will jump you. Oop, I hit the wrong one. That was Shift A. Control A, and then just enter no, and that should bring it back up. Yep, it looks up again. All right, and it says change state to up, and bring the interface back up. Verify the speed and duplex settings. So we're going to do show interface fast Ethernet 02, which is that one. And let's look at the speed in Duplex, which we just need to scroll up a little bit. And right here, full Duplex, 100. Okay, so we verified the speed in Duplex setting. So it says set the Duplex to half on switch 1. Okay, leave settings as they are on R2. So let's hit Q and Conf T. And we're going to do, it wants us to set it to what, half? Yeah, half on switch 1. So we're going to enter the command Duplex, and then you can hit the question mark. Oh, I need to be in interface configuration mode. Fast Ethernet 02, and then Duplex question mark. Yep. So you can set it to auto, full, or half. We want to set it to half. So half, hit enter. And the connection went down because we changed the interface Duplex here manually, which means we're going to have to go over here and manually change the Duplex settings here as well to get this connection live again. And it said leave the settings as they are on R2, so we won't do that. Verify the state of the interface. That's the show IP interface brief command. So do show IP interface brief. And let's bring up 02, which is here. And you can see it's down and down. Okay, and that's because we made a configuration setting to the Duplex here without doing it over here to the directly connected device. Set the Duplex back to full Duplex. So we'll hit Q. We'll hit the up arrow a couple times to bring back the command, and we're going to just change that to full. And now the state is back up because R2's Duplex was set at full, and this is set at full now. All right, set the speed to 10 megabits per second. Okay, let's do that. And you can just type speed and then question mark, and it'll show you the options, and it wants us to do 10. Okay, the state of the link went down again, because if you make a manual configurations change to speed or Duplex here, you have to go over here, do it here. It has to match. Check if the interface is still operational. We can do that with a do show IP interface brief, and we'll see that it is fast Ethernet is down and down. Okay. Check if the okay, we did that. Check if the interface is operational on R2. It's going to be down. Show IP interface brief, and that is fast Ethernet 00, fast Ethernet 00. It's up and down because we administratively set we issued a no shutdown command, but it's still brought down because of the misconfiguration or the differences in configuration here. So the interface is not operational on the router. Okay, the status of the interface is down. And that looks like that's the, yep, because that's the answer key. So that's the end of lab number 5 in the Flackbox free CCNA lab guide. Highly recommend that you get it and work with it. It's a lot of fun. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video.